Welcome to this edition of the Rhody Reporter. I am your host for the segment, Mark Zaccaria. There has been much drama in the Rhode Island public discourse recently surrounding a deal between lottery services giant IGT and the state. It's been called a billion-dollar no-bid contract. Competing interests, notably Twin Rivers, have suggested there's an insider deal in progress which will cost the taxpayers big time. Now, IGT has countered with a study done at Bryant University that concludes the 1,100 Rhody jobs the company boasts contribute hundreds of millions of dollars to the local economy. No doubt that's true, but they don't approach the question of how many jobs some new service provider would have to establish to take over from IGT. Might that impact be a wash? Recently, the Rhody Reporter commented on the suspicion that surrounds any deal done in the dark by our elected leaders. Referring directly to this IGT renegotiation, your humble commentator pointed to the reflex response among taxpayers to assume the worst before even analyzing the details. That's natural, since there are usually no details in a convention center or Pawsox Stadium or Fane Tower deal. Things are a little different when you actually analyze IGT's relationship to the Ocean State. The company is a software house, plain and simple. For 20 years, it has managed the process of online lottery sales. Nowadays, it also electronically oversees slot play and the sports book at 2 Twin Rivers locations. The single most important thing to remember about the service IGT provides is that it works. The state can't register automobiles or take care of children in DCYF. Where would it be without a reliable contractor to manage its third largest revenue stream? If there were open bidding to submit proposals on this critical requirement, IGT would have a huge advantage because it can warranty its software today. Any new vendor would have to include costs for massive development and testing before converting from one proprietary digital system to another. What kind of liquidated damages would the new bidder have to provide as surety bonds? That would be to cover the near certainty that somewhere within that conversion, the casinos, keno terminals, and neighborhood lottery machines would suddenly go dark. Think about what a lottery ticket really is, folks. Today, IGT software issues hundreds of thousands of bearer bonds per day from thousands of locations with never a hitch. It always works. The evolution and importance of the Rhode Island lottery system has joined the state and its original vendor at the hip. The only possible responsive bidder other than the current vendor would have to be the operator of similar lottery systems in other jurisdictions. That bidder would then have to convince us that they can replace 100% of the software and hardware overnight so the revenue stream doesn't have even a hiccup. IGT is the dominant U.S. player, mostly because of its Ocean State connection. So that's not going to happen. IGT Chair Bob Vincent should stop pointing to the economic impact of 1,100 jobs and start making ominous noises about the downside risk of killing the lottery during changeover. And the state should let that happen in bright sunlight so no one has any reason to suspect boogeymen in the shadows.